Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Hofer, and today we're going to work on our math. You're going to need your math workbook. So, in your book, you should have Module 3 now, and you should have a couple of pages for this lesson. It's right at the beginning. This one is to draw a skyscraper, one-story building, and then this is your homework page. And there's things on the back. And we are going to be working today on comparing objects by their length. Okay, we're not going to say that something's bigger or smaller. We're actually going to compare the lengths of the objects. Okay. But before we do that, let's do a little practice with our counting. We've gotten really good at counting to 10. And so today we're going to count the math way past 10. Okay, so we're going to go to 10 and then we're going to go 10, 1, 10, 2, 10, 3. And we'll start over here in just a second, and I want you to count with me using your hands, okay? So we're going to push out 10 and then push out 1. Are you ready? Here we go. 10, 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 10, 4, 10, 5, 10, 6, 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9. Good job. All right. Thank you for counting with me. If 10, 9, does anyone know what 10, 9 would be if you were counting the regular way? 10, 9 would be, that's right, 19. Right. Good job. So 10, 9 would be 19. Okay. So like I said, today we're going to be comparing objects using their lengths or their height. So I'm going to do a little magic trick for you today. I have a Clifford and I have a troll doll here. Okay. And it's pretty easy to compare the lengths of Clifford. I can't even get him in the camera. And our dog and our troll, which one, we're not going to say which one is bigger, but because we're going to use some math words, we're going to say which one is taller or longer. So if we look at ours, we can tell which one goes up higher. That's Clifford. He is taller than the troll. Okay, so we start with our Clifford object and we say Clifford is taller than the troll. But we could start with our troll doll, and instead of saying taller, we could say the troll is shorter than Clifford. Okay, so we can start with saying this object and then that he's taller, or we can start with this object and say shorter than Clifford. But let's do a little magic, because I think, is there a way we can make the troll doll taller? Let's see. So we got a little abracadabra. We're going to put the troll doll on a container. And ta-da! The troll doll. Is the troll doll really taller? No. The troll doll is still shorter because guess what? He's standing on something. That is not a fair way to measure. So even though his head is taller than Clifford's, his feet start way up high and Clifford's feet start way down low. And so that isn't a good way to compare. We need both of them to be at the same starting point, and that way we can see which one is taller. So again, we can say Clifford is taller than the troll, or we could say the troll is shorter than Clifford. We're just going to make sure that when we're comparing, we see where they begin, where their starting point is. We can call that the end point and the end point. We have to start at the same spot, okay? All right, so we're going to do a little more comparing. Okay, I have two pieces of paper here. I have a blue one and a red one. And if I put my red one over here, does that make it longer? No, or we could do it this way. Okay, so we have the blue one is taller than the red one, or we can turn it this way. Okay, but let's do tall. And we can say the red one is shorter than the blue one. But I have an idea. I'm going to try a little magic again, okay? I'm going to make the blue one look shorter. All right, are you ready? Let's see. All right, you guys see what you think if this is going to work. Ready? Abracadabra. Is the blue one shorter than the red one? Or is the red one taller than the blue one? No, not really, is it? Because look, it was just a trick. It doesn't matter that I folded it up. It's still longer. It doesn't matter that it's all crinkled. I changed the way it looked, but if I really want to measure them, the blue one is still longer than the red one. And the red one is still shorter than the blue one, even if I fold it up. Okay? That kind of reminds me when we did counting and we had like 5 teddy bears and we put the teddy bears in a circle and counted them, and then we mixed them up and we counted again. It didn't change. They didn't look the same. They weren't still in a circle, but the number still stayed 5 if we had 5 teddy bears. And so just like this, we changed the way it looked a little bit, but we didn't change how long it was. It's still longer or taller than the red one. Okay, that's great. So you can go around and compare your things at home, but let's take a look at your paper here. Okay, on this one, so you see these pieces have the same starting point. So it's easy to tell which strip is longer. But when we look at these, this one doesn't start at the same place. So we have to be careful and think about where, if we moved it down, which one would be longer. So it says for each pair, circle the longer one. So you have to circle which one of these would be longer for each one. And then down here, it says draw a flower that is taller than your vase. So you're going to draw a flower that's taller. And then over here, you're going to draw a tree that's taller than your house. And when you're finished with that, you're going to go to the back. And for each pair on this side, you're going to do the one that's shorter. So is the glue or the marker shorter? Which hammer is shorter? Which lightning bolt is shorter? And then this one, you're going to draw a bookmark that is shorter than the book and draw a pencil that is shorter than the pencil that's showing, right? Okay, if I took these 2 pieces of paper, and let's try another magic trick. If I took these 2 pieces of paper and I covered it up, and I moved that one up, and I covered this up, I can make it look like the red one's taller, but is it really taller? We know the answer to that, right? It's not really taller. So you have to be careful. You got to make sure that you're comparing it from the same spot, okay? All right, I'll see you tomorrow.